welcome students, myself Gazala Chawolkar. Today we are going to learn an interesting topic, that is chapter number 17, Clothes are Necessity. Students, clothes are the things that people wear. They are the important component of our daily lives. Through clothing, individuals establish their sense of self as well as their place in society. So students, let us discuss our learning objectives for today. So today we are going to study the need for clothes, then the change in clothing with respect to time. We are also going to study how handloom industry works and also the diversity of fabrics in India. So first of all students, let us discuss why human beings need clothes to wear. Comfort is related to various perceptions, physiological, social, and psychological needs. And after food, clothing is one of the significant object that comforts requirement. Clothing, that is also known as clothes and attire, which are the items worn on our body. Clothing is typically made of fabrics or textiles, but over time has included garments made from animal skin or other thin sheets of materials put together. Clothing serves many purposes. That is, it can serve as protection from the elements, that is, through rough surface, rash causing plants, insect bites, by providing a barrier between the skin and the environment. Clothes can insulate against cold or hot conditions, and they can provide a hygienic barrier, keeping infections and toxic materials away from the body. Clothing also provides protection from ultraviolet radiation. Wearing clothes is also a social norm, and being deprived of clothing in front of others may be embarrassing. Evolution of man clothing. Do you know, students? During the evolution of man, his body went through many changes. One of the important change was the reduction in the amount of body hair. As a result, he began to need protection from the elements in certain weather conditions. Therefore, there arose the need for clothes. We can see a variety in clothes used through ages. In prehistoric times, man did not wear clothes. Later, he began using the bark and leaves of trees. After that, he began to hunt and used the skins of the animals he had killed. After he learned to make yarn from materials like cotton wool, he began to use cotton cloth in a variety of ways. Students, you all can see this from this timeline, that is, from primitive to modern era, the change of clothing. Now, observe the given picture carefully. Choose the clothes you would like to have. Very well answered, students. See, absolutely a well chosen garment or collection of garment are not only important, but they present information about you. The color you choose, the quality of the clothing, the fit, drape, and the way you accessorize the clothing, all of these project an image of yourself. Also, one of the important thing that why we should dress accordingly for each occasion. It is because you do not want to feel out of place during the event. Dressing up according to the occasion says a lot about your personality. Homeless is a social problem. Homeless seek shelter at the roadside, in railway station or bus station, and even on open grounds. Many a times we find that clothing is a need and burden to the homeless people. If you have ever heard the expression, beggars can't be choosers, then that pretty much sums up the clothing choices of the homeless. Most of the homeless people rely on charity and donations for their clothing, which means that they tend to pretty much wear anything they can get their hands on. Weather and location will have a lot of influence on how a homeless person might dress. Now, let us see need versus wants. First of all, students, what is a need? It is a requirement of something because it is essential or very important rather than just desirable. On the other hand, want. Want is having a desire to do something or wish for. Wants and needs are two different words whose meanings are both well understood and also conveniently interchanged, depending on our desires and motivation. Wanting clothes and really needing them are different things. Wanting things when we do not need them is simply desire, not necessity. Advertising plays an important role in our everyday life. It mainly determines the image and way of life, and it has an impact on our thinking as well as on the attitude towards ourselves and the world around us. It determines what is good and what is bad. We buy what people say or advise. Students, generally human wants are unlimited and cannot be satisfied easily. Even if a person has enough clothes, he will always have a desire for more. Also, the new styles and colors of clothes attract the people of different age groups, mainly youngsters, who tend to purchase more. There are a lot of varieties of clothes available in the market, and we wish to own them all. Our wants become unlimited and cannot be completely fulfilled. If a person is rich and has the capacity to buy clothes, the desire to own more clothes only increases with each passing day. So, we can say that the desire to have clothes and attraction towards clothes is just like two sides of the same coin. This increasing need for having more clothes can be credited to TV commercials and marketers who advertise new styles of clothing frequently, to which customers get attracted by them and leads to impulsive buying. With the introduction of online shopping, marketers usually offer discounts and throw away prices for branded and fashionable clothes, indirectly insisting the customers to purchase them. And after a point, the need of buying clothes changes into the urgency of buying new clothes, which makes a person greedy. Students, use your brain power. This is there in your textbook, page number 83. Rohan and Sanya have many clothes, but they do not wear many of them. Now they are wondering what they should do with all these clothes. So, we can help them to solve their problem, as we can tell them they can give these clothes to poor people from their locality. They can also give some clothes to the poor children in the orphanages and to different NGOs which are helping the needy people. Some of the clothes can be used for dusting and cleaning the house. They can also reuse or recycle the clothes. Reuse and donate excessive clothes. Giving your clothes a new life, that is, we are more conscious than ever about the things we own. Many of times we often left wondering what to do with clothes that no longer fit or have already seen their share of wear and tear. Luckily, there are more than enough ways to be mindful and sustainable. Here are a few ways we can give our clothes a second life and make an impact. That is, hosting a garage sale and donate the clothes, or directly support those in need locally. Donate clothes to retailers and receive a discount. Seek out local organization, that is different community organization, NGOs, etc. Clothes we can swap with families and friends also. Giving to textile industry for recycling. DY it into something new, for example, grocery store bag or quilt. Handloom. Now, handloom refers to a loom powered by hand, where loom means a textile machine for weaving yarn into textile. Handloom forms a precious part of the richness and diversity of our country and the artistry of the weavers. Tradition of weaving by hand is a part of the country's culture. Handloom refers to wooden frames of different types which are used by skilled artisans to weave fabrics, usually from natural fibers like cotton, silk, wool, jute, etc. On the other hand, charkha, that is the Indian spinning wheel, is a device for spinning thread or yarn from fibers. It was fundamental to the cotton. The cloth is usually woven from cotton. However, it may also include silk or wool, which are all spun into yarn on a spinning wheel called a charkha. Handloom industry constitute a timeless facet of the rich cultural heritage of India. As an economic activity, the handloom sector occupies a place next only to agriculture in providing livelihood to the people. The element of art and craft presents in Indian handlooms makes it a potential sector. For example, from clothing to fashion accessories like saris, dress materials, dhoti, shirts, trousers, scarves, stoles, gloves, handkerchief, handbags, kurtas, etc. To kitchen and bedroom accessories, that is bed linen, table linen, kitchen linen, pillow covers, etc. To floor coverings, that is carpets, mats, quilts, etc. Raw materials needed for handloom. Now, students, there are many raw materials which are needed for making handloom products. For example, cotton. Now, what is cotton, students? Cotton is a soft white substance which surrounds the seed of the cotton plant and is made into textile fiber. Next, silk. Silk is a fine, strong, soft, lustrous fiber produced by silkworm through cocoons and collected to make thread and fiber. Next, flax. Flax is a blue flowered plant that is cultivated for its seed and for making textile fiber. Next one, wool. Now what is wool? Wool is a fine, soft, curly or wavy hair forming the coat of a sheep and are basically prepared for use in making cloth or yarn. So all these materials are most popular choices of raw materials for handloom weaving. Each region or a state of India uses different raw materials for its unique handloom products. Workers of handloom industry. Students, generally a majority of handloom workers are females. That is, across 2.3 millions of handloom workers are females. and they mostly belong to the age group of 18 to 35 years. However, most women weavers are engaged in this activity as a part-time job, as they are doing along with their household works. As they are already living in poverty, about 67% of the weavers earn less than 5,000 per month. Now, study the given map which is there in your textbook page number 85. The given map represents Maharashtra state important textile industry. So as you can see here student, this is the map of Maharashtra which tells you the different important textile industry. So these are the specialities of Maharashtra. On the right hand side corner you can see the index. Now in the index when you see students, there are different symbols and each symbols represent different textile. The first one is cloth from Ichalkaranji. Now you can see here this is there in the district of Kolhapur. This one. Next one, bed sheets from Solapur. So this symbol is here, that means bed sheets of uh, bed sheets we get from Solapur, from here. Next one, this one, green rectangular, that is Himru shawl from Aurangabad. Yaula sari you get from Nasik. Paithani of Paithan from Aurangabad. These are two examples I have given here. This is mushroom from Aurangabad and brocade from Pune. So here is the example students, as you can see here the first image is of Paithani sari of Paithan from Aurangabad. This one is the bed sheets of Solapur and this one is the Himru shawls of Aurangabad. Textile industries. A textile is a flexible material made by creating an interlocking network of yarns or threads which are produced by spinning raw fibers, that is from either natural or synthetic source. A textile industry is primarily concerned with design, production and distribution of yarn, cloth and clothing. Do you know students? Textile industry in Mumbai. Mumbai was famous worldwide for its textile mills. The humid weather on the island facilitates the manufacture of long thread for making cloth. That is why Mumbai became a big center for textile industry. The flourishing cloth industry attracted towards workers from all over the country who came and settled here. From then on, Mumbai became an important hub for financial activity in India. India has been and still is a treasure trove of hand woven fabrics spanning through the length and breadth of the country. There are different climatic conditions in different parts of India. Due to diversity in climate, people from different regions wear different types of clothes in our nation. Similarly, better transport facilities have made variety of fabrics and costumes available in all places. Different types of saris are seen in different parts of the country. For example, Lucknowi chicken, Kashmiri silk, Banarsi silk, Kadiyal, Pitambari, Pochampali, Narayanpet, Kanjivaram, Patola, Mysore silk, etc. Diversity in clothes is a part of the diversity in our country. Let's have a quick recap of what we have learned today. So today we learned about the clothes. So what are clothes? They are the items which are worn on our body. Clothing is typically made up of fabrics or textiles. Then we also studied the need for clothes. That is, human beings needs clothes to protect their body against many things, that is from rain, snow, wind and other weather as well as from sun. We also studied change in clothing with respect to time. That is, during the evolution of man, there was reduction in the amount of body hair. As a result, man started feeling need for clothes for protecting oneself from the elements in certain weather conditions. He began using barks and leaves of trees as clothes. After that, he also used skins of animals as clothes. After he learned to make yarn from materials like cotton and wool, he began to use cotton clothes. Now, in modern times, the changes in clothing have been occurring due to changing in traditions. Next one, we also learn about the handloom industry. So what is handloom, students? Handloom, that is a loom powered by hand, where loom means a textile machine for weaving yarn into textile. Handloom industry constitute a timeless facet of the rich cultural heritage of India. As an economic activity, the handloom sector occupies a place next only to agriculture in providing livelihood to many people. The element of art and craft present in Indian handloom makes it a potential sector. The last one we learned was the diversity of fabrics in India. There are different climatic conditions in different parts of India. Due to diversity in climate, people from different regions wear different types of clothes in our country. Similarly, because of better transport facilities, these have made variety of fabrics and costumes available in all the places. Different types of saris are seen in different parts of the country. For example, Lucknowi chicken, Kashmiri silk, Banarsi silk, Kadiyal, Pitambari, Pochampalli, Naryanpeth, Kanjivaram, Patola, Mysore silk, etc. This makes diversity in our country. Students, here is a homework for you. Visit your local Khadi Gramadyak center. Find out about the types of clothes and where they are made. Thank you students for listening and watching my video. I hope that you liked my video. Thank you very much.